Okay, Chris Cullen back with you on CC's Aquatic Adventures, and on the previous video I had mentioned that there was a possibility of us moving into a different location, different spot, and my wife and I pulled the trigger. So we're moving on, well, we want to be in by April 7th, so we're going to start the moving process April 2nd, which is coming up this weekend, or uh, we're Sunday right now, so we're talking probably Thursday, Friday. We're going to start moving our stuff over to the new spot. We got a townhouse, which is about 8 miles from here. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Don't want to get into a bunch of it, but nothing to do with the fish tanks. Just a lot to do with a lot of political stuff and just people who don't stick to their promises, stuff like that. You know, it's just we've been here 5 years. It's pretty much time for us to move into a bigger spot. My wife has her hobbies. She does crafting, eBay. I obviously have my fish. And the space we have, I will be filming. I'll show you what we're going to do. It's going to be a basement setup. I have a lot more room. It won't be anywhere near carpet. We'll have some drainage possibilities for us to make it easier for us to do water changes. So there's a bunch of opportunity for us here, and we're very happy about it. So we have more space. We have more living space for us and for visitors and guests who we want to have. We don't have any space for guests right now. We'll have a whole room for them, and we're very happy about it. So it's a big change. I don't know how many videos I'll be doing. You know, we have a bunch of people coming to help us move. The fish tanks may take me a week. I'm probably going to start moving the fish tanks probably on Saturday or Sunday. I'll do one at a time. It'll give me an opportunity to change what I want to do in this angelfish tank. I'm thinking about maybe just getting rid of that sand and going. I have some substrate I could use. Florisha, I think it is, and I could put. I'm probably going to get a bag of or a bag or two of the black blasting sand for this tank, or I might just keep the sand in there. I'm not sure. I do want to put a substrate in there for the plants because I'm having an issue growing these plants out, and because it's a highlight, so that means it's got an LED light, so there's a lot more lighting. I do want to put some root tabs in there and have the ability for the roots to grow a little bit better. So we'll change the substrate in that tank, but I'm gonna do like one or two at a time. You know, obviously we'll have to take the fish out, drain all the water out, and then bring the fish over there and then reset it. Now obviously I'm gonna keep these filters in here, just so I can start the cycle pretty quickly. I have a bunch of sponge filters I can use. The biggest issue right now I'm looking at is probably the electric. It's funny because we just did a video on electric here. I'm not sure what they have. I have to take a look at, see if they have GFCI breakers. If not, we'll have to figure something out. But we'll get it figured out. We're probably going to have to do, I was mentioning that you could buy GFCI outlets in the store, or you could buy the plugins, which I probably have to do. But it may limit it may limit me as far as electricity and what I could do with the tanks, but I'm gonna probably run a lot of sponge filters. Most of my tanks, I have a 180 or 175. I measure at 175, but it's in between 175 and 180, so it's about 180. It's a custom tank, so it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what they were trying to do there, but the measurements I came out is 175, so we'll say 175 with a 30-gallon sump, but that tank is going to be moved, but that's the biggest tank I have, so I really don't have to worry about, I could always adjust my filtration as far as if I want to just do one, if I just want to do one hang on back filter and do more sponge filters, I can do that. I have a pump that can run pretty much probably I can probably run 16 tanks off the two pumps I have, and I have other pumps I can use. I may cut down the smaller tanks and move some fish around. We'll see what happens. I'm actually thinking about doing a concrete shelving unit over there, cinder blocks. If you ever look it up on YouTube, Corey I think had a video on that, and I'm probably gonna do that with depending on what tanks I want to add in there or what tanks I want to keep. I kind of want to get away from the stands that take up a lot of room. Like, these stands are custom made. We made these stands. I might keep those stands. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But cinder blocks are like $1.50, and I could probably buy like 40 of them and 2x4s are expensive, but I'll have to figure something out as far as the wood. But I might be able to make a stand going across. So you'll see the space when we get over there. It's a lot more space than I have right now. I could do a little more. We'll also have more room for my wife's stuff too. So, as far as me doing videos, I will show you what the space we have. I'm actually probably gonna move this tank, the big 175. We're probably gonna have to move that into the garage because of just because that right there takes up. The pump itself is 100 volts, I think it is. So we'll have to run that on a separate circuit, and we're probably gonna keep that upstairs. I have 2 circuits in the garage I can use, so I might do one tank and then do another one in there. I'm thinking about doing a 150, a 175, and doing like a 125. So I can move the frontoses and the African cichlid. So we have a lot of changes coming. There's gonna be plenty of videos coming. We're gonna have a lot of content, which I'm kind of happy about, because you kind of lose, you kind of run out of ideas when you're doing videos. But I'll always have some kind of ideas. But setting up this fish room is gonna be another, it's gonna add to the channel. So we're gonna have more videos, and obviously we'll make the fish the stars. And I'm not really buying a lot of fish right now. I'm just buying stuff that's cheap. But eventually we'll buy more fish. If I get to 125, we'll definitely set up a nice African cichlid tank. I like to do a little more frontoses. Maybe just do a frontose tank. I'm not sure yet. But we have a bunch of Africans in this tank here that are huge. They're full grown. They're big. My favorite fish that I have is this guy here in the corner. He's an African cichlid. Peacock. You can see how big he is. He's a monster. I've had that fish for about, I don't know, I can't even, 7-8 years now. But we want to get him into. He gets along with everybody, so I'm not really worried about moving him. But I'd like to do an old African cichlid tank, put the frontoses in, a different tank, and then, add some cichlids, and I could adjust the pH for them too. They're at 7.6 right now. I could move it up to about 8 if I do an all African cichlid tank, and make it a little easier for them. But we'll see what happens. We got a lot of things, like I said, a lot of things to move, a lot of changes, and it's going to take a little bit for me to get the tanks over. But we'll move the living space stuff first. That's the big key. And we'll get the ball rolling on Thursday. We already started packing, so we're ready to move. But all the other stuff will come first, and then I'll start moving the tank. I'll do the tank separately. I have a couple of guys who want to help me. I will be moving the guppy tank out there. That's in the living space now. That's going to stay in the living space. It'll stay in the living room. That's our main focus tank. It always adds an accent to whatever room we live in, wherever room we have them in, because they're guppies and they're nicer looking, and it's a planted tank, so it'll fit. It would accent whatever room we're going to put in. We're probably going to put it in the living room. The living room is kind of like living room, and your space is kind of close to living room and the kitchen. So it should be fun. We have a lot of work to do, and we're going to get going on it. We already started packing. The big part is getting all the big stuff moved, and then obviously the fish tanks are going to be the last thing we do, and that's going to be kind of a pain in the neck, but we're going to do it. We got bigger space, basement, garage, just better got extra spare bedrooms. She has a room for her crafts. So that's the update. Keep an eye for more videos. I may be lagging on sometimes. I may not do videos every week anymore until we get everything set up. But we'll probably run through, when I do setups on the tanks, we'll probably run through those and make videos on those. But until then, stay tuned. Big changes moving, and we're very excited to get it going here. And like I said, looking forward to our future. We're setting ourselves up for the future. Better place to live. It's always good to make a change, and always good to make a change for yourself and to benefit yourself and your future. Anyway, until next time, remember, if you can't own them, rehome them. And stay tuned. Like I said, stay tuned for more content, and we'll get there, and we'll show you more stuff. All right, have a good day, guys.